New at 10 tonight, News Channel 5's Todd Walker has the latest developments in Washington and reaction from the Cuban community right here in Nashville.
Well, Jessica, for political junkies, yesterday's announcement was a surprise, but for those who have been to Cuba recently, they say change was in the air.
I couldn't believe myself when I read the news and heard about it.
It is a land that most Americans have never seen. Cuba remains off limits to American tourists, but the tides, they could be changing.
You know, the 50-year embargo with Cuba just hadn't worked. I mean, if the goal was regime change, it sure doesn't seem to be working.
Some in Congress welcomed yesterday's surprise announcement by the White House that it was easing some restrictions with Cuba. Only Congress can lift the trade embargo with the island nation, and others in Congress, they aren't keen on letting that happen.
The Cuban people are no more free today than they were before Obama's terrible deal. When
I went 4 years ago, I was really thought that it was happening. I know that it was coming. I could feel that. You could feel it in the surroundings of the Cuban people that they wanted change.
Here in Nashville, local Cubans are excited for the change and excited to see what the future holds. Alex Martinez owns the Back to Cuba Cafe in South Nashville. His family moved to the U.S. when he was just 10 years old. He says opinion among Cuban Americans appears to be a generational split.
My parents, for instance, they have hurt feelings, you know, everything that they went through in their generation and the way Fidel kind of changed things around. The new generation, they know better. They know the system doesn't work.
That system did not completely change overnight, but many hope it is promise of change to come.
I think 56 years, it's long enough.
The Congress has only made two major changes to Cuba policy since the year 2000, but they were both to ease restrictions. The trade embargo has been in place since 1960. Jessica.
All right, Todd, thanks. Well, the travel website TripAdvisor said today that many Americans are already researching their trips to Cuba. U.S. site traffic to the island nation spiked nearly 300% Wednesday compared to Tuesday.